Hello there. Did you miss me? No, you didn't. Don't lie to me. So it's been about 7 or 8 months since I've done one of these. So excuse me, Muff, yeah, let's just jump into it. Today's topic of discussion: ski trip. Oh boy, this is a very long overdue video because this happened in this happened in February. So this is an incredibly overdue video. So let's just jump into it. So yeah, the build-up was crazy. The day before we went, I'd finished up some filming for the 10-year anniversary video. I just hung around with Josh and Daryl and Dylan and Aaron for a while. We went in, and I was like, oh, bright and early tomorrow. We had to meet at the school at 5 a.m. 5 frickin' a.m. What? Because we were going up to Belfast. Now, I don't know who in their right mind came up with that. I think it was just the travel company that it was organized with. My sister went like 3 years ago, and she went to Dublin Airport, not Belfast Airport. So it was probably a different travel company. Either way, I was like, I'm going to get like a full 8 hours because I'm going to be prepared. And I was like, wait, I can just sleep on the bus. So, I got ready for bed at like 12. And I got into bed at like 12:15, and I was like, no, I just can't sleep. I'm so excited, I just can't sleep. So I got up, went to my desk, turned on my PS5, and just played Minecraft. And then at like 2:30 in the morning, my dad came into my room and saw me playing Minecraft. He was like, what in the bloody hell, Mary Magdalene, are you doing up at this hour? And I'm like, I didn't sleep whatsoever. So I just turned on my PlayStation and just got ready, and then I left. We met up at the school, got on the bus. Me and Josh sat beside each other on one bus. Daryl and Aaron were kind of late, so they got on a different bus, and off we went. I was like, I'll sleep on the bus. Did I sleep on the bus? No, of course I didn't. I was too excited. Who sleeps on the bus? Lost passport. Someone lost their passport. If you're watching this, you know who you are. Don't lose your passport. That's a really bad idea. They found it eventually. I think we left someone in Bulgaria. That doesn't matter though. Getting to the hotel was the worst bus ride of my entire life. It was zigzagging here, there, and everywhere, and it was horrible. I was sitting at the front, and I needed to piss, and I couldn't piss because there was no freaking toilet on the bus, so I needed to piss. I almost pissed myself. I always threw up because I get motion sick sometimes, and it was zig-zagging through the mountains, and it was the worst thing of all time. And we got to the hotel, and it was all good. Yeah, we had to wait outside in the freezing cold. Yeah, the first day, yeah, right, okay. First, we went to the ski place, okay. We went to the ski place, the awesome ski resort, really cool place. It's in Bulgaria, it's called Pamparovo. I recommend you go if you ever want to go skiing. It's a really cool place. And it was really cool. Our ski instructor was really cool. We started skiing on the first day. When we got there, we were warned that there were these guys who sold like bells who will like literally beg you to buy one off them. Did I buy one off them eventually? Yes, I did. It's right there on the shelf, right there. Shout out the Bell Boys. Shout out the Bell Boys. And yeah, it was really funny because they're actually pretty funny guys. So we got our gear, we got our skis, our helmets, blah blah blah, our ski boots, and oh my god, does it hurt to walk in ski boots. A lot of people fell. People were falling left, right, and center. It was like a goddamn Looney Tunes cartoon. We had people falling here, there, and everywhere. They were falling. People were getting injured, blah blah blah. At one point, there was this person, we hadn't learned how to stop yet, and we were in like a learner's part. So they started going down a hill, and they couldn't stop because we hadn't learned how to stop yet. And there was this big signpost, and they just crashed right into it. And it was hilarious. Not for them, of course, it was probably very embarrassing, but I found it funny. And the food there was questionable. It was very questionable. That's all I'll say. Some parts were questionable. There were 1 or 2 places who had great food, and then there were 1 or 2 places where the food was very questionable. Yeah, so at the end of the day, me, Josh, and Daryl, and Aaron went to the top of this big slope, right? We took the ski lift up, and we just went straight up, because we were like, you know what, it's the end of the day. You got about an hour of free time before the bus came. And by the way, if you missed the bus home, you were walking home. And to walk home was a pain in the ass because there was no path. So you just to walk in this tiny part at the very side of the road all the way back to the hotel. And it was like a 20-minute bus ride, so it would have been like a 40-minute walk. It sucked. I didn't have to walk it though because I got the bus every time. So we were on the massive slope, and we just decided to ball it. Just like, you know what? fuck a wee ball, and we just went straight down. We were on our skis, we were skiing, we were going, and then all of a sudden we realized that even though it had been the first day, obviously one of the first things we should learn is how to stop. But no, we didn't learn how to stop yet. So we were just going, just going as fast as we can. Just going. All of a sudden, bro, I was literally up on that bitch like fucking. I was going, and then I forgot. Oh wait, I don't know how to stop. And I was just going, and I didn't know how to stop. So I just kept going, and then I lost my footing at one point, and I just flew a million miles per hour. I was like the Flash. You can't stop the A train. And I was going, and I was tumbling. It was like in the cartoons when they tumble and they make the massive ball, and it was actually the fun. It was so much fun. I could have broken every limb in my body, but it was so much fun. Just flying down there at a million miles per hour as like the most unexperienced skier in the whole place. It was hilarious. Could I have died? Probably. But you know what? It was worth it. Oh my god, the hot chocolate was to die for. I tell you what, it was so good. It was actually so good. It was amazing. You guys, obviously, the people that went on the ski trip, you know the hot chocolate and golden eagle was, wow, it was beautiful. So we got rooms, obviously, and there was a little bit of conflict before we wanted to go because, you know, you can have a room of 2 or a room of 3. So it was either going to be, and of course there were 4 of us going. Dylan didn't go because he had a problem with his knee or something, so, you know, wouldn't be great for skiing. So, you know, there were 3 of us. There was 4 of us. Me, Daryl, Josh, and Aaron, and we all wanted to share a room, but you could only have a room of 3 or 4. So we didn't know who we wanted to go with. We couldn't leave one of my homies out. That's just being an ass. So we wanted to have a room of 2 maybe. So, you know, I was like, oh, but I want to go with Daryl. But Daryl was like, oh, I want to go with Aaron. But Aaron was like, I want to go with Josh. And it was a whole conflict. And we asked the person organizing it if we could have a room of 4. But the boys weren't allowed to have a room of 4. But you know, Mr. H, he hooked us up with the room of 4. And no other group of lads in the whole ski trip had a room of 4, just us. And honestly, that room of 4 was probably the best week of my whole life. Let me just show you some of the clips. Hello and welcome to the room tour. Here we have our hanging up space. Next we got our child bathroom. We got the electric. Never mind. We got the stuff. We got, that's where the dead bodies are. We have the room. We have Josh's bed, Daryl's bed.
Exactly. Go film it outside. Go. We did. Ready. Exactly. Yeah. So now we're here. That's not my problem. It is. It's not. It is 3 AM. Your ass is mine.
Yo, what? What? I'll see you guys later. Where the fuck is it? Being recorded. You are being recorded. No. It was a really nice hotel. The pool there was great. I think me, Josh, and Daryl and Aaron swam every single day. There was a free time period between dinner time and I think when we got home from the ski resort, there was about an hour of free time. So we'd go swimming in that hour and it was great. The swimming pool was lovely. I loved it. The shop was great. There was a little tuck shop there. At one point, I think it was Daryl, I don't know who it was, could have been one of the other lads who was on the ski trip, but I think it might have been Daryl or someone like that. They walked into the tuck shop and the guy at the tuck shop just straight was watching porn on his monitor. Like this big ass monitor, like the one that I have right in front of me, like big ass monitor, middle of a tuck shop hotel. It's not even hidden. Like you go into the tuck shop and you can see the monitor clearly. Bro was just watching porn. Like what was he doing? In the middle of the tuck shop. No shame. No shame whatsoever, just blasting it on the monitor. What was bro doing? Basically there was green, blue, red and black slopes. Did we go on any black slopes? Absolutely the hell not. Did we go on 1 or 2 red slopes? Yes, and they were really fun. Then, what else? The ski lifts were hilarious. There was one part where I went on the 1-person ski lift and you had to like time it perfectly. You had to get in front of the ski lift before it like abducted you up into the air. Like, so you're coming with me, just yanked you and just went up in the air. There was one point where I didn't get the timing right, and I like fell into it, and like my legs. So say my chair is the ski lift. I was there, and I was like fell into it, and like my legs were kind of like outside of the ski lift like that. And there was a pole coming, so the pole, of course, the ski was on my foot. The pole caught me by the ski, and the ski fell off, and the ski was fall. I was like, oh, my ski! And the guy who operated it, I just heard behind me, hey! I was like, my ski! You just dropped on the floor! I can't even go back and get it. But, you know, my guy, shout out random ass ski lift operator, he picked it up for me, and he sent it on another chair, you know, bro hooked me up. And yeah, it was all good. And the guys up at the top, Josh and Darryl, including the employees, they all just laughed at me. They stared and laughed. Yeah, well, I'm making a YouTube video about them now, so that's jokes on them. First night activity was bumboarding. Bumboarding was absolutely amazing. No complaints at all. Bumboarding was so much fun. You just get like a plastic dish. You sit on it, and you go flying down the line. Just like McQueen down that boy. You got on it and you just slid. Me, Josh, and Dale, of course, went to the steepest hill first. Just absolutely flung down that mountain. It was so much fun. It was like the drop on a roller coaster. It was so good. We got like 20 people in one train, and all 20 people went down there. A couple years ago, a person went on the ski trip with their mates, like on the same ski trip from the same school. I think it was in my sister's year. Went bumboarding. Like 20 of them went down the super steep slope, and one of them got a concussion. And do you want to know how they got a concussion? Because they went head first into somebody's balls. Balls of steel! And Wednesday was weird. You couldn't see 3 meters in front of you. From where I'm sitting, like say that curtain there, my curtain in right there. Yeah, right there. Like, that's as far as I could see ahead of me. Any further? No. It was so foggy, and it was so cold, and it was snowing the whole time. It was so cool, but it was so painful because it was so cold. It was freezing. And there was one day, I think it was the last day, was absolutely scalding, and it was beautiful. I think it was the last day, and it was amazing. Other activities, the quiz in the basement, which looked like a place from... I completely forgot what I was going to say. The Barbie racing, what on God's earth was that? It's like a tradition with our school. I don't know. It's kind of creepy. If anyone knows what, but it's like you had like this Barbie on like I don't know, like a surfboard attached to a rope, and you had to like pull the rope. It was like fishing basically. You had to pull the rope, and whoever like got it across the finish line first won. Yes, the elevator incident. If you follow me on Instagram, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so there's this huge tower at the very top of one of the Pamparovo mountains, and it's a beautiful tower. It's really nice. But we went up there, and you know, I suggested let's go up there for lunch, and the food up there was really nice. And the guy, like the waiter there, who's so funny, the top of it literally looked like a place from the back rooms. It was crazy. But the view is spectacular. It was unbelievable. It was amazing. We go through there's a whole line of people waiting. We're at the front of the line. We go in the lift. We go all the way down. While we're down in the lift, the door to the lift is like open by like a centimeter. And Josh's dumbass, I'm gonna open the door. He puts his hand through the door, opening it more, and the elevator stops. Why did it stop? Because we got stuck in the elevator shaft because Josh's stupid ass decided to open the door. So we got stuck in the elevator, but honestly, I'm making it a much bigger deal than it was. It's like something Josh would say, because he doesn't want to take responsibility for getting us stuck. Yeah. We were stuck there for like a minute. After a minute, it just started going again. I'll show you the video right now of when me and Darryl realized we were stuck in the elevator, and it is like a perfect moment to just caught on camera.
No.
We've gotten stuck in an elevator, bro.
Wait, what? We actually are.
Oh my god! Oh shit, Josh!
Go back up.
Oh my fucking god!
What the fuck? Why did you try to open it?
Oh fuck! Josh fucking got us stuck in an elevator.
And you just see the look on Josh's face when he realizes, oh, what have I done? But the elevator didn't keep going down. It went back up. So when it went back up, they opened the door, and that whole group of people was just staring at us like, hey, we're going back down again. Sorry. Karaoke was so much fun. You know, it was great. It was a great night. You know, it was so good. You know, seeing how, you know, our whole year kind of, I think it was the last activity on the last night, and it was so great to see like the year, how we'd kind of grown closer over the course of the week, and how we'd become much better friends, how everyone kind of knew each other a lot better, just how everyone, like I said 2 seconds ago, how everyone grew closer over the week. And karaoke was a perfect example of that. You know, people, you know, really, you know, everyone was a bit shy over the night, and then the more people went, the more people became more confident, the more songs were going, and it went on for ages. It was really a great night. The principal and someone went up and did a song, and it was hilarious. It was great. And you know, we went back to the room, and of course it got dark, and you know, everyone kind of settled down for the night, and you know, it got quiet, and you know, it was night time in the room with the boys. So let me give you some tales about 5 nights with the boys in the room. Oh my lordy lord. Okay, let's start off with number 1. I don't know if it was Josh or Daryl who we did this to, but we froze someone's boxers. Oh, you already know how it is. So we were like on the ski trip, you know, we're in a freezing cold country. We are freezing someone's boxers. That's something we have to do. If we don't do that before the weekends, we have failed as people. We tried to do it Josh, so we got Josh's boxers like soaking wet because there was a tap, and we put it on the tap in the bathroom, and we put it out on the windowsill because it was snowing and stuff. And the next morning, they weren't frozen, but they were soaking wet and really soggy. So Josh didn't have frozen boxers, but he soaking soggy boxers. Not nice. Looked like he had peed himself. So then we got Daryl's, soaked his, put him in our mini fridge, because we had a freaking mini fridge in our room, right? We got that luxury thing. We put it in the mini fridge, and the next morning he woke up to get a bottle of water from the mini fridge and just found a frozen pair of his jocks. The 3 a.m. incident. So basically, Daryl, we found out on the ski trip, has a tendency to talk in his sleep, alright? And it was hilarious. It was really funny. And we found this out because one night we were chilling, right? It was like, it was really late in the night, okay? And we just hear from Daryl's bed, he's like, stop it. And we were like, what is he on about? I don't think Aaron was awake. Me and Josh were awake, but I don't think, I didn't know he was awake, he didn't know I was awake, so we weren't like talking. I was kind of just there lying in bed in the middle of the night. And Darryl was just like, stop, they're my friends. So bro was having a whole, I don't know who he was talking to, but bro was having a whole like conversation in his sleep, and he was saying it out loud, and it was so funny. He was, stop it, no, they're my friends. I was like, I'm flattered, Daryl, I really am. And then the next night is when stuff really went down, because in the middle of the night, Daryl and Josh were really close together. Their 2 single beds were put together. You know, because they love each other very much. They have a very intimate relationship. And Josh nudged Daryl one night with his leg, and oh my god, it scared the life out of me. Josh nudged Daryl with his leg, and Daryl's just there in bed, and he just goes, ugh! Scared the life out of me. What is he doing? Like, what? Like, what is he dreaming about? Like, I don't understand what the thought process, like, what's going on in that man's brain. On the 4th night, it was like sleeping with Godzilla, King Kong, and Gamera all in the room at once. It was a nightmare. Number 1, Aaron just snores all the time anyway. Number 2, Daryl and Josh had both caught, like, head colds, or some sort of cold or something. And all 3, I'm lying there at like 2:30 in the morning, surrounded by 3 galoots just snoring, and I can't even get a sleep. I'm just there, and Aaron in the corner, like 30 centimeters away from me, just and then Daryl over in the corner of the room is also just and then Josh in the other corner of the room is also just like snoring. And I'm there trying to get some sleep, and they're just snoring. Aaron, you really gotta stop farting in the room, man. Bro was actually stinking up the room. Yeah, on the way home, Everyone packed their stuff. Everyone was really sad to leave because it was a great week. We got our certificates. We got this, that, and the other. I should show you my bell I got actually. You know, shameless plug is focus. I got one with MC Lord 11 written on it because you know, you just have to. You just have to. We went home and Daryl thought he lost his passport, and we had a whole malarkey about it because Daryl was like, "Oh, I've lost my passport," but no, it just turns out it was in Josh's pocket the whole time. So well done, Josh. You made everyone scared again. I ate some pancakes. Thought they tasted like gasoline. Then realized they were completely moldy. But yeah, that's the ski trip, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Adios.